In this section, we will learn how to use a pivot table. This is a very useful video in this series, so don't skip any part. I have a dataset of 10 employees' sales with 10 different products and 4 regions, showing units sold and total price. First, select the dataset by pressing Ctrl+A, then go to the Insert tab and choose Pivot Table. This will pop up a window with the data option of the range of the table or data. You can define the range yourself. Next, choose where you want to place the pivot table. You can use an existing sheet and define a cell, or choose a new sheet. I will choose a new sheet. This will create a new sheet and a new pivot table named Pivot Table 1. In this new sheet, you will see the pivot table and pivot table fields. At the top of the pivot table fields pane, there are the column names of our data, which the pivot table is based on. At the bottom of the pivot table fields pane, there are 4 boxes: filters, columns, rows, and values. Filter box. Place values here to filter the data. Columns box. Place values here to display them as columns in the table. Rows box. Place values here to display them as rows in the table. Values box. Place values here to show numerical data such as sums, counts, or averages. Let's create our first pivot table. Drag the region field into the rows box and the total sales field into the values box. This will show us the total sales by region, with a grand total at the bottom. Next, drag the product field into the columns box. Now, the table shows which product in which region made how much in sales. Let's change the values to show units sold. Drag the units sold field into the values box. The table now shows how many times each product was sold in each region. To swap the data, drag the product field to the rows box and the region field to the columns box. You can place the pivot table fields pane anywhere by dragging it. To return it to the default position, double-click at the top of the box. To clear the table, drag and drop the fields back or press the drop-down button and choose Remove Field. Let's perform a count on our data. Place region in both the rows box and the values box. This will show the count of each region, indicating how many times each region is repeated in the data. To double-check this, double-click on any value in the table. It will open a new sheet with only that region's values. You can select the range to verify the count. You can also enable the total row of the table, go to the column, and choose to count the results to see if they match. Now, delete that sheet and check the product count. Place product in both the rows and values boxes. This will show the count of each product, indicating how many times each product is repeated. By following these steps, you can effectively use pivot tables to analyze and summarize your data in Excel.